Hello twin flames and welcome to this reading. So I've just done a channel conversation between the divine feminine and the divine masculine regarding separation or silence or non-communication. So what I'm going to do here is a bonus reading for twins in communication. You know, maybe you're in union, or you know, you are in communication and you're striving towards union. You're waiting for those next steps or the words to be said. So this is going to be a conversation for you guys. So obviously, you know, if you feel that you are already in energetic union and you're already having these conversations on the 5D realm, this may resonate too. But I am kind of doing this reading for twins right now who are in constant communication or even in union to see what the next steps are. So if you want to know what's happening while they're in silence, you know, if you're blocked or if there's separation, do check out the other video. But this one will resonate. So, you know, take the bits that do and leave what doesn't. So we're going to use for this reading the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine 101. Both decks are by me. So it's going to be a channel conversation. So thank you, angels. So while twins are in communication, what do they need to know? Okay. Wow. Jumping out the deck. So the masculine has quite a bit he wants to say to you. Okay. Quite a bit he wants to say. Sometimes, even if you're in communication, he isn't saying what he wants to say. He's still holding back, or there's still those things that he wants to say that he isn't quite ready to say. So this will answer all of that for you. So what do you want to say, Divine Feminine? What do you want to say? What do you want to say? It's not many coming out for you because I feel the masculine has got more to say because, you know, when we're in communication, the Divine Feminine tends to speak her truth anyway. And that's why not many cards have come out because, you know, it's very likely you're already saying what you need to say. You know, maybe you are holding a few things back because you don't want to rock the boat or mess things up, but you know, you are saying most of the things that are on your mind. So it's the masculine who needs to say things. So he's saying, yeah, look at this. Marriage sounds good with you. So this is really the next step. You know, now I'm feeling this anyway because me and George are in union and, you know, this has been something we've been discussing, even though he hasn't really wanted it or believed in it. You know, so, but marriage sounds good with you. So the feeling here is, even if he's had a bad marriage before, you know, even if he's had a bad marriage, he's been hurt, he's got divorced, or you have, you know, or if he's seen people's marriages failing, say he's been in a broken home in childhood, or, you know, and he's never really liked the idea of marriage, it sounds good with you. And he wants you to know that. So if you're wondering if your union will lead to marriage, it's showing you it will. If you're wondering if, you know, your conversations will lead to commitment, it's showing you it will. So it is something he does think about. He does think about walking you up the aisle or even running off to, you know, somewhere and getting married in a little chapel somewhere. But he does think about it. And not only the marriage itself, he thinks about your life together, being with you in that way, you know, saying you're mine, you know, calling you his or hers for real. So marriage sounds good with you, and that may be what you're waiting to hear about. Maybe you're wondering if this is going to turn into a marriage or a commitment in the future. You are all I've ever wanted, and that's so beautiful because that really resonates with the masculine's energy today in the daily Divine Masculine message. You know, I'm realising that you're the one, you're everything, you're all I've ever wanted, it's always been you. And they're giving me fear. Thank you. There's fear around that because, you know, you're all he's ever wanted and that causes fear. I've got to release it when it comes up, is that burpee energy, because that's very scary for the Divine Masculine. He thinks, what then? If I have my Divine Feminine who is all I've ever wanted, what then? What happens then? You know, so there is fear around the unknown and the future, but it's also exciting too. So maybe you're wondering, you know, how he feels about you and he hasn't admitted that in a conversation yet, or he hasn't really told you and he's saying you are all I've ever wanted. I want to be myself with you. So he wants to be able to be himself, which means for some masculines, they may still be holding a part of themselves back because they're feeling insecure or they're worried what you'll think. You know, they want you to kind of see that, you know, upgraded version of themselves. You know, not the version where you know, they just be the self and it doesn't matter what anyone thinks. They're still a bit unsure of that. So he's saying, I want to be myself with you. I want to be real with you. I want to have fun with you and just, you know, just be my own self. And it's like with George, you know, I love George for everything. You know, I see a side of him nobody else sees. And, you know, that part of him, it makes me laugh. It makes me smile. It warms my heart. It melts my heart. And that's him being the real him. And that's what your masculine wants to be like with you. But he may be hiding that part of himself right now because he has to feel completely comfortable with himself first. You know, because that's a vulnerability. When he's his real self, he's vulnerable. And he's afraid of being vulnerable because he doesn't want to get hurt. So the real message here is, give him time, you know, to feel safe enough and comfortable enough and secure enough to just let go with you, because he will in time. And he's saying, I want to show you off in my world. So he wants to show you off. He wants to show you around and, you know, show you his world, his life, what he does, what lights him up inside, what he's passionate about, but also show you off to others because he's proud of you. He's proud of you. And this is so powerful, especially if the relationship is hidden. You know, even though you're communicating, if it's still hidden because he's with someone else and he may be married, so he's hiding the connection, or, you know, he hasn't come out in some way about who he is, and you know, he hasn't come out as, this is who I am, you know, that's about to change. So he's saying to you, I want to show you off in my world. I want to show you off to people because I'm proud of you. I want to be proud of saying that you are my woman or you are my guy. You know, this is my beloved. I want to show you off in my world. So this is beautiful because it's another sign of commitment. You know, another sign that he wants to be out in the open with you, holding hands, being together, where it doesn't matter what anyone thinks or says. I think about being with you sexually. So if you're in communication and he hasn't gone there yet, and maybe you're panicking thinking, does he fancy me? Does he desire me? Does he want me? He thinks about it constantly. But again, there's this real energy where he may be holding that part of himself back because he knows once he goes down that road, he won't be able to stop himself. So a lot of the masculines hold certain things back until they are free to be themselves with you. That means out of a karmic situation. You know, able to give to you everything that you give to him because he doesn't want to hurt you or hurt himself. He doesn't want to let you down or cause more pain. So, you know, he does think about it constantly. It's on his mind, even if you think it isn't. And maybe he's been overly sexual and you're wanting him to be more sensual. But that's how he's showing you his love. So it's going to be one extreme or the other. You know, he's either going to be really over the top about it when you're communicating, like that's all he cares about, or he's going to be holding it back and you're wondering if that he does fancy you or, you know, want you in that way. And he's saying, of course I do. I think about you constantly like that. I want you to trust me again. So right now he's more bothered about regaining your trust than anything else. You know, he wants you to be able to trust him because he knows he's hurt you. He knows he's messed up. He knows he's let you down. And that's what this communication is bringing in. You know, he's trying to do everything in his power right now to allow you to see that you can actually trust him. You know, even if he is still being a bit distant or silent, he wants you to trust him again. And he's saying, I want to change so much for you. So he wants to change. You know, he doesn't want to be the person he once was, hurting you and messing you around. He wants to change. He wants to give you everything. And he's also wanting to change the way he looks at things for you, which means the way he's viewed marriage before or commitment or the things he may have said he didn't want again. He's changing those, you know, kind of wounds in a way, or that society way of thinking or that conditioning and programming to be able to give to you everything that you truly want, because he wants that too with you. So let this reassure you today. You know, we're going to do your cards now, Divine Feminine, but he's saying, I want you to trust me again. That's what's the most important thing right now. And he does think about marriage, commitment. He does think about being with you intimately. And he wants to be able to be himself with you and not have to put walls up or, you know, be on guard about anything. And he wants to change for you, to be with you, so he can show you off in his world, because you're all he's ever wanted and so much more. So Divine Feminine, you're saying, please don't lie to me anymore. I know you love me, and it hurts that you hide that from me. So you see, you're wanting him to express himself to you, tell you he loves you, be intimate with you, talk about the future, talk about commitments, and it hurts when he's hiding that. But he isn't doing it to hurt you. He isn't doing it to, get on your nerves or pee you off or cause pain. He's doing it because he doesn't want to give to you anything he isn't yet ready to follow through on. He wants to be able to be trusted again. The thing is, if he admits all his feelings and is totally intimate with you and does all these things, and then he disappears again, you're not going to trust him. So see what he's doing. He's doing it slowly and surely. And you're saying, please don't lie. Well, he's not lying. He's just holding certain things back. He's not going to lie to you anymore because he's past that. He's trying to gain your trust. So he's not going to lie to you and jeopardize that. You're saying, nobody gets away with the things that I let you get away with. And, this is sometimes we think, wow, why have I let him hurt me like that? Why have I let him treat me like that? Why have I let him say all of those things? I wouldn't let anyone else say those things to me or hurt me that way or have another chance. Why do I let you do it? And it's because you are one. And this is also about you releasing any pain, Divine Feminine. This is where you are, because, if you're holding on to pain and wanting it to be different and wanting it to be what it's not yet ready to be, it's going to create a lot of pressure and a lot of stress for you. And it's going to make you feel physically depleted and ill. And then that's when separation comes in again. So go with the flow. If he's giving to you right now, but it's not everything you want him to give, trust there's a reason. He's trying to earn your trust back, and he doesn't want to let you down. And you're saying forever is still not enough time with you. So again, even though you're communicating, you want more. You want more because forever is not enough time. So this is about learning to breathe and relax, and also to fill up your own cup at the same time. So you're not always wanting everything from your twin. I was like that before union, where especially with catalyst, and it was never enough. 10 messages wasn't enough. I needed 100. It was never enough. And I was always looking to the other person to be giving me what I can actually give to myself. It was a lot different before me and George were in union, because I learned how to handle that through Catalyst. Because me and George, we came into union quite quickly for our mission. So these things we learn, it all happens in divine timing. But it used to be, I caused a lot of pressure in the past because I always wanted more. To the extent where he said to me, I can't give anymore. Do you realise how much time I do give to you? And I realised after, wow, I was trying to give something to me. I needed to give it to myself. I wasn't feeling whole myself. So I was looking at him to complete me. And we're fully complete anyway. So this is also saying to you, don't look at the other person to be giving you everything. Give to yourself too. Fill up your own cup, and then what your twin gives to you will enhance your life. It will make it better. So he's saying to you, I want to be able to marry you and be with you and be intimate with you and, tell you all of this. But I don't want to rush it because I want you to trust me again. And I don't want to run again or let you down because I feel pressured to, tell you the truth. So, if you're saying things to him like, you're lying to me, you're doing this, you're pointing the finger, and that just pushes him away. So the big message here is, Divine Feminine, let it be, let it flow. Don't run before you can walk. Don't make it into something it's not yet ready to be, because it will be at the right time, and it will be what you want it to be. He will admit all of these things to you. And he will change for you and move towards you. But what's most important to him is he wants you to trust him again. And that's the message coming through. So breathe, relax, and know that, you have all the time you need because you are eternal. But for this lifetime to be together and move forward together in full union, in full commitment, and everything you want. And a great message here as well, you know, if you're in union, you're all he's ever wanted. So even if he's been in a marriage before, he's been through pain, he doesn't believe in it, he's going to move towards it because with you it sounds good. And that's a huge sign of what's coming for you guys in 2023 and 2024. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.